What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the fastest way to learn how to trade. My name is Mo. I'm with the Live Life Trading Academy, and if you haven't already seen episodes 1 and 2, the link should be popping up right there. Make sure to go watch those first. Today, we are going to be talking about definitions, stock market terminology, and lingo that traders use to talk in chat rooms and other various forms of communication. Remember when I told you in episode 1 that I was going to give you homework? Today's the day. Get out your pens, get out your papers, and let's get started with some stock market lingo. Here we go. Also, if you haven't already joined the Discord group, really, what are you doing with your life? I'm just kidding. The link's down below in the description. Make sure you join that Discord group so you don't miss a thing. Also, be sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe for all future content from me. Before we begin, I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and showing your support. I much appreciate it. I know your time is precious, so I'm going to try my best to keep this video under 10 minutes. So without further ado, let's get going. First thing you want to know. There's two types of traders in this world. There are what we call fundamental traders, such as Warren Buffett, and then we have what we are called, which are technical traders. What do fundamental and technical mean? So basically, if you are a fundamental trader like Warren Buffett, you are going to be analyzing a company. You're going to be looking at their market cap. You're going to be looking at their sales. They're going to be looking at their earnings per share, all that kind of stuff. Basically, you're buying a company, right? You're investing your hard-earned money into a company. So you want to make sure that you know if the company is doing good things or bad things, and if the amount of money that you are investing has any foreseeable return in the future. Now, when it comes to fundamental trading, it's more for long-term traders. So for example, if you're a trader and you're just looking to put $100,000 away into a mutual fund or whatever the case might be, then you might want to look at fundamental trading. You just basically throw your money into a fund and then you just leave it there and just watch it grow. That is not what we do at Live Life Trading. We are technical traders. We are short-term traders. So what technical traders mean is we look at charts, we look at patterns, we trade based on patterns. We don't hold a stock for longer than a week. And that's pretty much it. And there's two types of technical traders as well. There's day traders. So for me, for example, I buy and sell on the same day. That's basically what a day trader is, okay? A swing trader is still a short-term kind of trader, but you're actually holding for a couple of days, right? The reason you do that is because when you trade a pattern, there are intraday patterns and then there are longer-term patterns, right? The patterns, for example, this is a head and shoulders pattern right here. It has yet to finish forming, but if you were a swing trader, for example, and you bought the break right above this SMA line and you wanted the pattern to complete and finish like this, it would take a couple of days. So you would buy in once it breaks above the resistance point or this SMA line for this case, and then you would hold on to it until it completes the pattern and you would sell closer to the top. Day trading is very similar, except you're looking at patterns in the day. We focus on direction when it comes to day trading. So for example, oh, I don't like what I did there. For example, direction, right? This section of the graph right here is a downtrend, right? So if you were shorting the market or buying puts, then you could ride this down and you could make money that way, because as a good trader, you know how to make money whether the stock goes up or whether it goes down. Sideways, if the direction is trading sideways, if I were to draw a line right here, the stock doesn't really move that far above it and doesn't really move that far under it. It doesn't make any higher highs, it doesn't make any lower lows, it kind of just trades sideways. We don't like sideways patterns because as a trader, you want your stock to move a lot up or a lot down in order for us to take a larger amount of profit, right? So we got our downtrend channel, we have our sideways channel, and then we have our uptrend channel. See how that works? When you day trade, you focus on direction. I'm going to go over this in a later video, but for now I want to keep the ball rolling, okay? Volume is the total amount of shares being sold in a given day or moment. So volume is these blue bars right here. And basically it tells you how much volume there is, right? Like how many shares are being traded at a certain time. So for example, this red candle had this much volume, right? This green candle had this much volume. If you went to time and sales, the market's closed right now, so you're not really going to see anything here. But when markets open, if you open up time and sales here, you're going to see exactly how much someone bought at. You're going to see exactly how many shares they bought, and that's your volume, right? And this volume bar is going to calculate based on how many sales you have within the given minute, or in this case, this is within a 4-hour period, that kind of thing. Okay, that's what volume means. Float is the total number of stocks available for purchase. So what float means is basically when you have a publicly traded company, not all of your shares are going to be for sale at a given time, right? You're going to have your shareholders, your CEOs, your CFOs, for example. They're going to be holding the majority of the shares, right? The ones that are publicly traded are the ones that are available to be bought and sold, and that's what we do in the stock market here. The shares that are distributed among the CEOs and the CFOs, they're not available to trade unless they decide they want to trade their own shares, because they own the shares, right? We only own the shares for a short amount of time, and we only trade what is available to us. Obviously, we don't have the CEO's accounting book or whatever the case, so we can't technically trade his shares on the market. The stock market is a closed system, okay? It's just like if I had a bike for sale for $100 and I wanted to sell it to you, okay? If nobody comes and says, hey, I want to buy your bike for $100, I can't sell the bike. But if I put the bike up for sale for $100 and you come to me and you say, hey, I want to buy your bike, then you give me the money and I give you the bike. Then I can change my shares for profit, right? So you can't really, it's a closed market. If you buy shares, it means you're buying them from someone else that's selling shares. If you sell shares, you're selling them to someone who's looking to buy shares, okay? Do you understand how that works? Let's stop right there. Every time I make these videos and I start editing them, it gets dark. Like, it's 4:30 and it's already the... Anyways, never mind. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to tune in next week. We have a new episode of The Fastest Way to Learn How to Trade premiering every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Again, if you haven't joined the Discord group, make sure you click the link down below in the description and we will definitely get you all set up and good to go. Hope you guys learned something. Remember, take notes, review your notes. If you have a couple definitions that you are still unsure about, that you don't really understand as of yet, that's okay. Remember when I talked about due diligence? Do your due diligence. If you don't understand what support is, Google it. Read some articles on what support is, right? Watch my previous video. There are many different ways that you can learn. Once you have exhausted all possibilities, then you can message me on the Discord group and you can say, hey Mo, I'm still not understanding support and resistance. Can you please explain it to me? And I would be more than happy to explain that to you, okay? I just want you guys to actually put in some time and some effort, because if you don't, you're not going to do very well in the stock market. Like, there's no other way to put it, right? So just make sure you do your due diligence. Try to exhaust all possible options before messaging me in the Discord group. But again, if you do need the help, it's there for you, okay? Make sure you take advantage of the opportunity that's presented to you. I'm just trying to change your life. My name is Mo. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your new life. Take it easy.